The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year again, and welcome to Open, the show where we bring you the best that the Bronx, New York, and the world has to offer in art, music, entertainment, sports, and much, much more. I'm Rina Valentin, your Café con Leche and host for this Open Friday. We've got a great show here today. Here's a taste of what's coming up. Leading off the show, we'll let you know what's happening in and around the city in our Open Weekend Preview. Then we'll hear from the host of Special People, Special Issues about the new season of the show and the differently abled community. Afterwards, the winter semester at the Bronx River Art Center will be starting up next week, and we'll talk to the executive director and program director about what you can expect and how you can get involved. And Bobby C. will be here, of course, to discuss the latest in sports news. And in our Open Artist Spotlight, we'll hear from a young Bronx rapper with a positive message. So stay tuned. All that is coming your way because now we are officially open. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, and we've got a beautiful show for you today. But first, we want to remind you to stay in touch. Visit us online by going to bronxnet.org, and you can tweet us at BronxNetTV. That's with 2 T's, and you can also tweet me personally at Rina Valentin, one word. And now it's time for our Open Weekend Preview. .1040 Lounge at the Bronx Museum. Enjoy artists, talks, and performances right in your own neighborhood. Featuring Danielle Tegader and Jose Rivera, this event will celebrate and promote Bronx-born and raised artists. That's Friday, January 11th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. in the North Wing lobby of the Bronx Museum of Arts, which is located at 1040 Grand Concourse and 165th Street in the Bronx. For more information, you can visit their website by going to bronxmuseum.org. Next, we have Line versus Color. The new works by Ref of Circa 95 on display. That's running from January 9th to February 28th. And be sure to stop by to take a look at some of Ref's newest visual art. The gallery hours, which are located in Pregones Theater, are Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. In addition, Rev Star and Patty Dukes will also be headlining a hip-hop extravaganza as Circa 95 and Friends. And once again, that's happening on the Pregones stages, and that will be January 18th at 7 p.m. in celebration of the new exhibition of Rev's art. And that's once again at Pregones Theater at 575 Walton Avenue in the Bronx. And for more information, you can visit their website by going to pregones.org. And lastly, the Ultimate Doo-Wop is happening at the Lehman Center, featuring the Planetones, the Dubs, Herb Cox, the Cleftones, Barbara Harris, and more. The leading singers and musical groups of doo-wop will offer a finger-snapping, foot-tapping sing-along evening of classic hits. That's Saturday, January 19th at 8 p.m. at the Lehman Center of the Performing Arts on the campus of Lehman College, which is located at 250 Bedford Park Boulevard, West in the Bronx. And for more information, you can check out lehmancenter.org. And that is what we have for you today to get out and enjoy your weekend. And we are actually jamming to some groovy sounds right now. course, we got DJ Vince Bracey in the house, and we're just, kind of like grooving it along, getting into our Friday groove. Happy Friday, Vince, as you like to say.
Happy Friday, Rena. How you doing today?
Good. So we have officially kicked in the new year, right? As you heard me announce that it's a Happy New Year. And
right.
Last weekend was the final celebration of the Three Kings.
Yes, it was.
And so as we, I guess, kick into full gear in honoring our resolutions, right? Because I'm a little hung up on that.
Right.
I'm just curious to know, what has the year opened up for you?
What has the year opened up for me? Well, like I said, I started off the new year with a new entertainment company. I hosted a New Year's Eve party in the Hamptons. And I have like a bunch of shows lined up. I have a wedding show on February 3rd. Also planning on hosting a few open mic events downtown. It's a lot of fun stuff that I'm looking forward to. And eventually maybe even putting my own show on BronxNet.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
very cool.
Progressive.
That's nice. That's good. That's awesome. And, really more than anything, I was just more interested in just, kind of sharing with our viewers what, the possibilities are hold in opening up a new year with that type of mentality.
Exactly. Anything that you want to do, as long as you put your mind to it, you can get it done.
Nice. And so for myself, it's all about getting lean, and I am like on this serious mission of like really heading in like full force. I actually became a member of a gym that has a swimming pool.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going in full force, and Rena is going to be way leaner by the time the summer comes in. Maybe
right.
I'll even rock a bikini. Yeah.
Wow. On the show? Okay.
Hey. This isn't your hosting job. This is You're the DJ here today. No, I'm kidding. Maybe, I don't know. If, depends. I don't know what BronxNet censorship is. All right. Awesome. Great energy. Thank you, Vince, and congratulations on all the gigs.
Thank you very much.
All right. And now, as we mentioned, the second season, as I mentioned, we are really going in full force this year. And so the second season of Rena Gets Lean will actually be premiering on Open Friday soon in the next couple of weeks. But in case you missed the first season, here's a preview of the web series Rena Gets Lean. Welcome to Rena Gets Lean. How did I end up weighing 183? I need to get my dancing shoes on, baby.
Work.
I'm in the zone, baby. I have arrived. All I could visualize was being on a beach, drinking piña coladas. I gotta figure out a way to make something taste good without frying it. We get down this stairs. I kept going. And going. I mean, I was the Energizer Bunny, baby. Hello, welcome back to the studio. In studio, we have special people, special issues. That's right. host, that is, Lawrence Seiler. And, well, Special People, Special Issues has always been a staple of BronxNet's programming schedule, focusing on the needs and issues concerning differently abled members of the Bronx and citywide community. Yes, and citywide community. The new season starts soon right here on BronxNet. And as you just heard, we have Lawrence Seiler on the set here to discuss it with us further. Happy New Year's to you, too.
Happy New Year.
Apparently it is a Happy New Year for everybody. Everybody's in great spirits here in the studio today. Yeah, so, let's just start off with how long Special People, Special Issues has been on air, as well as how long you've been the host.
Well, I've been the host, creator, and producer of Special People, Special Issues since June 10th of 1998. But I've been here at BronxNet since 1997. I started BronxNet as a news reporter first, and then came to Special People, Special Issues. So
that's great.
That's how long I've been here.
That's great. Since 1997. That's a nice long existence of being on air.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we just use the term differently abled as opposed to disabled, and you yourself consider yourself what?
I consider myself just a regular guy. The word disabled goes out the window when I go to work. So the word differently abled means we're all different and able to do something. It's very hard to go into the business of journalism as a regular person. So to break barriers like that, like I've done over the years, I'm not disabled. Yeah, I was born with something, but you know what? Keep it going.
I love that. That's so awesome. Again, just going back to the theme of, just possibilities. Anything is possible. And so you're able to do whatever it is that you put your mind to, is what you're saying, period.
Yes, ma'am. And also, I just want to say that whatever a person has, whatever condition that person have, they might have it, but it doesn't have them. And that's the whole, because the mission of SPSI is the program that focuses on the needs, concerns, and achievements of the differently able. We're all different and able to do something. And I have some great news. SPSI has been revolutionary. We're going to be the first ones this year to be closed captioned for the hearing impaired.
Very nice. Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's the first time BronxNet's doing that, right?
Yep, the first time. And then all the other shows, we'll have the words on the bottom of the screen. So we will be the first ones in the forefront of being closed captioned.
That's awesome, Larry. That really is. Speaking of which, there's a law that was just recently passed regarding certain terms not being used. From what I understand, the word retarded or lunatic can no longer be used in referencing a differently abled individual. How do you feel about that?
That's great. The word retarded should have been struck a long time ago. It has the actual meaning of the word retarded has nothing to do with people. I mean, the original meaning just means slow piece of music. So it means the actual meaning comes from the French word retardando, which means slow piece of music. Has nothing to do with the person. And the word lunatic was also struck from people's vocabulary. So that's it's a great thing. We shouldn't use if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Basically,
and truth is it's great that Obama's actually brought this into the forefront of just understanding that words, like you said, they play a role in what we create in our environment.
We're just people. I'll give you an example. Long time ago, I interviewed Chris Burke from Life Goes On. He has Down syndrome. He played Corky on Life Goes On, and he did a commercial with Tracy Ullman. And in that commercial, he talked about his Down syndrome, and he just said, "I'm a regular person. We live on our own. We have jobs. We're married. we do all kinds of different things in society.
Well, not everybody's married, but you're married.
Why shouldn't be treated
Right,
like
right.
a regular person?
Right.
Why shouldn't we have I wish. Well, why? I mean, why should?
What do you wish? I don't know what you wish.
100K a year.
100K?
Yeah.
Well, you just put it out there. Who knows? It may be in your path.
But why couldn't we be in journalism and other jobs? So just like other people.
Which you are. Which is you're standing in the forefront. You're an advocate. You're a representative. And with that said, let's talk about the new season of SPSI.
The new season, all new guests. Now this year, we are empowered. So the theme is empowerment. Okay. We're talking about medical services. We're talking about, since we're talking about deaf and hard of hearing, we're going to be dealing with hearing aids. We're going to be dealing with all kinds of technology, TTY, phone systems, empowerment in the film industry, empowerment in the entertainment industry. I'm going to be interviewing a deaf DJ this year.
That's hot. That's hot.
Did you hear that?
Deaf DJ. That's
deaf
hot.
DJ. And how he deals with it. Vibrations. We're going to be interviewing
That's cool.
People in the beauty industry, empowerment and, all kinds of careers in the beauty industry, makeup artists and so on. So, this is real important stuff. We're just regular people empowering people. That's basically it.
Well, congratulations on all of this that is actually, coming to fruition. And again, it's a really big deal to be on air so many years and, repping and just, advocating for the usage of words such as differently abled. And, we can't let you go without at least expressing to everybody what this means to you. What does this mean to you?
It means just doing the best we can and showing the world that we can do it. That's the whole thing of my forte. We can do it just like everybody else.
Nice, well said. And you are doing a SPSI right here on BronxNet channels. When
67
are you airing?
and Verizon Files channel 33. Sundays 12 noon, 9 p.m. Monday through Friday 1 and 4 p.m. and Saturday 10:30, noon and 9. Only on channel 67 and Verizon Files.
All right, Larry Seiler here, rocking the house. Happy New Year's. Oh no. Did we just do a secret handshake?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see how you do that. All right now.
There we go.
Check it out.
See you next time.
All right. Thank you, Larry. That's what he says. See you next time. Right. All right. Once again, thanks for sharing your new season with us. And, the new season of Special People, Special Issues starts next week on BronxNet. And, of course, you can check out past episodes of Special People, Special Issues on bronxnet.org/TV/SPSI. And we do have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll hear about the Bronx River Arts Center's new programs. But first, let's take a look at a recent art exhibit.
A Sense of Place, a permanent installation of 22 original oil and canvas paintings by award-winning Bronx artist Daniel Hoban. They're now on display in the North Hall Library at Bronx Community College.
People, as I mentioned, coming here from Brooklyn and from Massachusetts and California. I've been very fortunate that as an artist, I'm not just stuck and holed up in my studio somewhere, as many painters are.
And now Hoban has completed the largest public works project in the Bronx in 75 years. The visit began at the Hall of Fame Gallery at Bliss Hall, where guests were treated to creating a sense of place, an exhibit demonstrating the work and research that went into Hoban's final exhibit.
Danny's work is of the people. He's a man of the neighborhood. He's always been deeply and richly evocative of the places of the Bronx, the neighborhoods. He's been here for a long time. He's deeply rooted here and deeply committed to the Bronx.
On display were several paintings, often of the same scene, like this one called A View from the Harlem River. Visitors then walked across the campus to the North Hall Library to see A Sense of Place.
We're just thrilled to have had, Danny be the artist who did the work here for us on campus. The students just love the art. When they go into the library, they say to me, President, we feel like we're in some big shot college. And I thank all the people who participated in making the decision to have Danny do the collection here.
At Colston Hall, speakers Gary Hermelin and others praised him for his contribution in preserving art and culture in the Bronx. They included Deirdre Scott.
This is tremendous. Not only highlights the wealth of talent for the life of his career, he's really focused primarily and almost solely on capturing and creating these glistening images of different sites around our county.
Hoban thanked his guests and supporters.
To those of you who from out of town have been hearing all about Brooklyn all these last years, keep your ears peeled. The Bronx is the next best thing.
To view A Sense of Place, a collection of 22 paintings at the North Hall Library at Bronx Community College, you can go to 181st Street and University Avenue. Their hours are from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
And welcome back to Open, in the studio that is. The winter semester at Bronx River Art Center is about to start, and they're here with us to give us a breakdown of what exactly aspiring artists can look forward to. Please welcome to the studio Director Hatway Ramos Fermin and Executive Director Gail Nathan. Hello, hello. Hello. All right.
Hi.
Hello, and welcome. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year to you
too. Well, it's a beautiful thing.
The big one.
The big one? This is the big one?
Every year is a big one.
Yeah, well, it's always big when it starts off, right? And
right.
The hopes is that we keep it that way in the process. And so with the term process being part of the conversation, just share with everybody a little bit about BRAC. I'm sorry, I just abbreviated the Bronx River Art Center and its existence.
No, that's good to abbreviate because that's our brand, BRAC.
So just share with everybody how long BRAC has been in existence and just the transition that you're going through right now.
Right. Well, BRAC is over 25 years old. It's 26 now in self-incorporated, and then it really existed for another 8 or so years before that. So it's really like in its 30s. And right now it's an incredible time. We've moved out of our building to temporary quarters for a fabulous renovation of our facility, 16,000 square foot building, and it's a $9 million renovation, and we're very excited. We're just about to break ground, and in another couple of years we'll be moving back in with a brand new facility. So it's a major step for the organization. We'll be the owners of the building.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Right. We'll be there for another 30, 40, 50, 60, for eternity.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Gail.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very exciting.
And so, Atway, right? I'm saying it right? Atway. I actually met you at an event at the Hostos Garden, and you're also with BRAC. I mean, obviously, you're an artist and, just out there, contributing to our community. Yeah. So share your level of involvement with this whole new transition that BRAC is going through. I mean, you're the program director.
Right. We're different. We have a team of people working,
right?
And I'm one part of the team. So basically, we're in the process right now of combining our gallery exhibitions, our curatorial experiences there, with our education programs. So we are basically looking forward to have a holistic kind of view with environmental issues, with art. Of course, art is one of our main goals. So we're trying to combine that more. And be more holistic with all the experience. Yeah,
that's interesting. Okay, so I just had to take that in the sense that you're actually giving it themes in a sense.
Right.
That's right.
Right, and and with the themes, we breach out into with our education programs, and we are incorporating a lot of our environmental awareness and into the arts. So, for example, painting classes deal with how to know about plants, and different ways that we can incorporate that into our curriculum. So
what you're saying is like people would pay it's teens, right? It's a youth program.
Yes.
That you offer with professional artists.
Right.
Youth all the way down to age 7, and we also have adult classes too.
Oh, nice. So just because we're here, how do you pair up the artists with the students, and how do you even qualify the artists in being teachers?
We have a long commitment and relationship with the artists already established for years. We reach out to the community. Since we don't have a specific, we don't have a building right now specifically because it's on the renovations, we go out into the community and we have, a partnership with schools, partnership with community organizations, and we are basically around the neighborhood offering our workshops and our programs, basically.
Okay, so we'll get into that a little bit. Yeah, no, I was going to say, if you want to elaborate further, please do.
We call it, we've actually branded the idea. It came as we moved out of the building, and we tried to figure out how to continue our programming without our 16,000 square foot building, because we felt it was very important not to stop.
Right.
And so we figured this all out. Well, we'll just, make partnerships, go into schools, go into community-based organizations, go into housing, the community rooms in housing, and incredible partnerships happen. And then we figured out, this is Brock on the Block.
Nice.
So we branded it Brock on the Block.
Nice.
And it's been very catchy, and people are figuring it out and knowing, we understand the building's going to be there, open up again in another couple of years, but while they're there, Brock is still going on and doing wonderful things.
So with that, what are the programs? I mean, you just mentioned drawing, let's say, geared towards like a plant, but there's also other forms of arts.
Right.
So can you just share with everybody the different types of art forms that are going to be taught?
Sure. We have cartooning, ceramics, digital photography, animation, painting, and we have something called the Team Project Studio. And the Team Project Studio is basically a program for teenagers where they work with a teaching artist, and it's more like a project-based curriculum where they are exposed to different kinds of technology, and they explore different themes, and they do projects that are inspired by environment or the neighborhood, and create different interactions that way.
So I get that this is all geared towards environment, which is a wonderful consciousness to heighten.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's also geared toward educating and engaging the students, whether they be adults or youth, in social responsibility and engagement and care and involvement in their community. So our community is special because we have this extraordinary river that is right next to our building. It floods our building sometimes, but it comes into our building. But it's very, very special. So that's why we're so focused on the environment. It's a perfect opportunity. But we're also involved in community revitalization and being a leader in that. And of course, when our building is finished, it's going to be, there as a big physical representation of how much better our community can be with the help of the arts.
That's awesome. So before we go, does a person have to be experienced in the arts to qualify for these programs?
No. We're very open, and that's the whole point, that we want to make sure that if you're interested, you don't have to have a knowledge, beforehand to apply. We want to make sure that we want to expose everybody to arts in different ways. So you don't have to know how to draw. You don't have to know how to paint. That's why we're there. We're guiding people and teaching them how to do that. So it's totally open for anybody and everybody.
Yeah, and it's especially, we really believe that we're teaching people how to be creative, not to be artists necessarily. A lot of kids come to us because they want to be an artist or a cartoonist or learn the digital arts, But really what we're interested in is helping people think about themselves as creative individuals so that they can go on to do anything they want to do creatively. And we're very particularly focused on helping our youth think about ways to go to college, especially this time in our society and our economy, that it's becoming in some ways less reachable because of the price of school and everything. And we really feel a strong responsibility in helping our youth know that there are ways to go to college. There's great programs right here at Lehman College. They don't have to go to, Yale or Stanford,
Right.
or wherever that there's a big bill.
Right.
They shouldn't get saddled with terrible debt. There are ways to go to college without getting caught in that, new scam of, outrageous student debt, like the housing mortgage problem. And now the student loan mortgage, problem.
Right.
And we're really, it's very important that we take the responsibility to help youth know that they can develop their creativity and use their creativity to go on to
the next
higher
phase,
education.
Right, of their education. That's awesome. It's really been a pleasure having you here, just raising this awareness, this heightened consciousness of just, being, an advocate in the community's environment, and in addition to just, raise that creativity level, and also just their mindset into creating possibilities. That seems to be the theme for today, and everything you share is so lovely. So if somebody
it's a start.
Nice. And so what's the age that they can start, that you actually accept them in the program?
Basically, we start with 7-year-olds
7
until adults. So
until adults.
every age in between.
Okay, I thought I'd try. You said 7 before, but I was like, oh, maybe they'll say 4. No.
Well, actually, in the
the
summertime, we do a class for 5-year-olds, 5 through 7. So we do them during the summertime.
Okay, well, that's really
Yeah.
good to know. So, lastly, before we go, just share with everybody where they can go to obtain this information and the programs. They begin January 14th, correct?
Yeah, next week. So you can go online to register, or you can call us. Our website is www.bronxriverart.org, and our number is 718-589-5819.
All right, thank you so much.
Good going.
Awesome.
Thank
Great
you.
stuff
Thank
here
you.
in the
Good
Bronx.
to see you.
Yes, likewise.
Okay.
And congratulations on the new building.
Thank you.
And once again, they're actually going around to different community centers or like after school programs. So if you're interested in collaborating, all you got to do is go to their website. Once again, the Bronx River Arts Center winter semester starts on the 14th of January. And for more on their different classes, and again, what I just shared with you, you can just go to bronxriverart.org. All right, we have to take a quick break, but first we're going to take a look at the 48th Annual Rain Gala, and then we'll be right back with some sports roundup and Bobby Food.
It was a celebration of an organization that for 48 years has served the homebound elderly in the Bronx through tough fiscal times and not so tough. RAIN has been there.
Happily to announce that RAIN has not been cut. RAIN has not had to close centers, and RAIN continues to provide quality service to the elderly people in our community.
Each year, RAIN honors prominent members of the community that have allowed them to continue to deliver meals.
I've been traveling across the country, and really, we did so much work around civic participation and getting Latinos out to vote. And when I was doing that, I was thinking about organizations like RAIN, because they are the cradle of where our leadership comes from.
At 96, Beatrice Castiglia-Catullo, founder and president of RAIN, called the anniversary a dream come true.
A wonderful thing and helping people, and we have the mobile food kitchen now that to feed the hungry and the homeless, that we got funding from the Hope Foundation, and that makes me very happy.
Bronx Democratic County Chairman Carl Heastie was also an honoree.
RAIN just does extraordinary work in the Bronx, and particularly in my assembly district. So anything that I can do to help this organization is of the greatest and utmost importance to me.
For being an advocate for seniors and other groups in her district, City Councilwoman Annabelle Palma received a Government Service Award.
I think, what RAIN means to my community is home. It's a place where the seniors belong. It's a place where they, not only go and have lunch or speak to one another, but they actually get, to be part of a family.
One of the reasons RAIN is so strong is because of Sylvia Vargas, president of ProPac Marketing, a company that's been key in developing marketing and promotional campaigns.
It's an honor and privilege for me to be close to all the centers, to working in many projects, and to be part of this. That is a very beautiful thing.
Joe Vega, president of Volante Electric, was also honored for working tirelessly for RAIN and often not billing them for the work.
They give to the community. I'm part of the community, and they help me grow as a business person. So it's been an awesome experience. And I look forward to many years being with them and providing my services.
Other community and elected leaders were also recognized.
I come here every year to celebrate the success and also to thank all the supporters that make all the services that RAIN provides possible.
The honorees tonight are very special people. I know them all, and they all serve our city and our communities well. And I'm just proud to be here and help celebrate.
48 years of helping the homebound elderly with no plans to stop. At the Marina Del Rey, this is Arlene Makoko for BronxNet Television.
We begin on the NBA hardwood and our latest Knicks Insider. Take it away. Tempers flared in Monday night's home loss to the Boston Celtics. Stars Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett exchanged some words on the court, and Melo attempted to confront KG after the game. Anthony is looking to turn the page on the incident.
That's over with, man. I don't even want to, go back to that. I mean, as far as the game goes, I didn't shoot the ball well. I didn't play well that game. It happens. You have nights like that. As far as whatever happened with me and Kevin, that's handled, that's settled, that's done and over with. We move on. We got Indiana tomorrow.
The Knicks have been the talk of the NBA's first half, sporting a sparkling 23-11 mark, sitting atop the Atlantic Division. 2 victories over defending champion Miami, 2 more over perennial power San Antonio, and a 13-4 home record at Madison Square Garden is plenty to be excited about. But head coach Mike Woodson has called on his team to be more professional and realizes that this is a critical portion of the schedule.
We want to see clean basketball, guys playing at a high level, and all the trash talking, we need to put aside and play basketball. That's what it's all about.
New York is 5-5 over its last 10 and faces a back-to-back Thursday and Friday nights, starting on the road in Indiana Thursday and home Friday for Chicago.
We know what type of team we are. We know we didn't play well, against Boston the other night. We know we got a little bit discouraged, got a little out of character, and we bounced back. I mean, we've been doing that all season. When we lose games and we don't have good games, we tend to bounce back, and that's what we'll do. So I'm not worried about it.
The Knicks played a man down in Indiana last night as Carmelo was suspended 1 game for his actions following the loss to Boston and New York on Monday night. Rumors had swirled that Garnett made some inappropriate comments towards Anthony's wife, celebrity Lala Vasquez. Reports have also surfaced that the two are having some marital problems. Former Knick and current Celtics head coach Doc Rivers said this week that Garnett did not talk about Melo's wife. Without Carmelo, the Knicks could not keep up with the Pacers in Indiana, falling 81-76 to their stifling defense, which also notched a win over Miami recently. Making matters worse, Marcus Camby re-injured his foot in the loss. Tough night for the Knicks, who are now 23-12 and welcome Chicago to the Garden tonight. How about the Brooklyn Nets, who are quietly keeping pace in the Atlantic Division? PJ Carlesimo has done just fine in replacing Avery Johnson. The Nets are 7-3 over their last 10, including a 4-game win streak that has the BK right behind the Knicks at 20-15 overall. Brooklyn is coming off a 109-89 victory against Philadelphia last time out and will host Phoenix tonight at the Barclays Center. The Nets will then host Indiana on Sunday. To the college hardwood as we catch up with some more of our locals here in the Bronx. Rider defeated Manhattan men's basketball Thursday night 69-60 in Riverdale. Manhattan couldn't keep pace without all-MAC injured guards George Beeman and Michael Alvarado. This defeat followed Sunday's loss at Iona. The Jaspers will look to bounce back from their mini two-game losing streak on Sunday when Marist comes to Riverdale for a 2 p.m. matchup. Up in Poughkeepsie last night, Iona reeled off its fourth straight win against Marist. Lamont Momo Jones, the Harlem kid who has some Bronx roots on the Blacktops, led the way once again, netting 26 and out at Rose Hill. Fordham opened up A-10 conference play with an 82-75 win against Duquesne Wednesday night and will now gear up to welcome Massachusetts on Sunday at home. That game tips at 1 p.m. at Fordham. Time for some quick hitters. The NHL players will have 36 hours from last night until tomorrow morning to vote on the new labor deal that would end the 4-month lockout. In the meantime, the New York Rangers are getting a jump on practice. All 23 players who are expected to be in training camp when it opens on Sunday were on the ice Thursday. The team held up-tempo double sessions. While hockey is set to return in the Big Apple and the Knicks and the Nets are surging, it will certainly be a rough NFL playoff weekend without the presence of at least one of our teams. The Giants and the Jets will be enjoying the postseason from the couch, much like you and I on Sunday. But there's always football news, even when the two teams aren't making headlines on the field, especially when it comes to the New York Jets. The Jets did indeed get Rex Ryan and Woody Johnson before the media this week. The Jets reaffirmed their commitment to Ryan. Ryan's brother, Rob Ryan, meanwhile, was let go in Dallas. But don't expect the defensive coordinator now searching for work to land in New York, according to reports. The fans in Jacksonville would love to see Tim Tebow, a former Florida Gator star, come home, but Jaguars management, which let go of their head coach this week and has a new GM, said they don't see Tebow coming to Jacksonville anytime soon. Nobody wants Tebow. On the NBA hardwood, NBA coaching legend Phil Jackson doesn't intend to coach again, despite more speculation that he could end up in Brooklyn. The Nets appear committed to Carlissimo for at least the rest of the season. The Knicks are considering an old-timer themselves. Reports have surfaced that the Knicks may go after former Nets star Kenyon Martin, who was a teammate of Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith in Denver. Martin is 35. He should fit in nicely with the Knicks. Love the story this week from last week's game between the Knicks and the Spurs, where Steven Jackson apparently hurt himself going into the stands when he got tripped up with a waitress. Only there's a twist. Mayor Bloomberg, who was sitting courtside, said this week that he kind of pushed Jackson. Gotta love a mayor who's that passionate about sports. Maybe he could sit on the sidelines at Jet games and help their offense. In search of more offense, the Bronx Bombers are exploring a deal for power-hitting right-hander Michael Morse. The burly outfielder is apparently on the market, and the Yankees, who haven't made many splashes other than retaining some of their big names, which of course is important, could be players for Morse. The Pinstripers realize they could be without A-Rod for most of the season. Rodriguez has been doing some preconditioning before surgery, but has yet to actually have hip surgery. A-Rod is now set to go under the knife on January 16th. When A-Rod's career is over, do you have any idea if he's heading to the Hall of Fame? Wednesday's announcement from the baseball writers did indeed turn up nothing. No Barry Bonds, no Roger Clemens, no Mike Piazza. The Veterans Committee will enshrine a few posthumously, but the town will suffer this summer without a big induction ceremony, and for that matter, may not have one coming anytime soon. However, pitchers Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, and former ace Mike Mussina highlight next year's ballot, and perhaps one of them, if not any from this year, will get the nod next year. Craig Biggio garnered about 68.2% of the needed 75% to gain admittance into Cooperstown. He was the highest. In other baseball news, MLB is switching from landlines to cell phones in the dugout. MLB and T-Mobile announced a multi-year deal. What will they do now when there's a drop call to the bullpen? Maybe they'll have to switch to Verizon. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for the reason why Notre Dame was embarrassed on Monday night's national championship game against Alabama. Rule tide, as SI called it this week. Alabama rolled over Notre Dame 42-14 in an effort to explain my terrible prediction of an Irish victory so that perhaps you may listen to any of my forthcoming predictions. I have put on my Sherlock Holmes hat and gone to work. On Monday, I showed this t-shirt, which I thought may have a hex on it, since it was a gift from my folks' neighbors in Florida, Bob and Doris, Alabama fans from Alabama. Then I realized that a t-shirt is just a t-shirt, and I searched deeper. The answer? A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, Catherine Webb. Miss Alabama, who completely distracted not only the Irish, but the rest of the nation on Monday night, and that includes 70-something-year-old commentator Brett Musburger, who called Webb beautiful and hot so many times he forgot what was going on the field. I think even the big guy upstairs, presumably a Notre Dame fan, lost sight of helping the Irish because he too was so entranced on the beautiful creature he created in Catherine Webb. So it has nothing to do with talent, folks, or better teams, which you could say Alabama might be. It's all Catherine Webb's fault, Notre Dame fans. Roll Tide! That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. We'll be back with more Open after this.
When it's time for lunch, a sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
Welcome home, man.
I remember how much you said you liked mine. Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Welcome back to Open. Today, in our Open Artist Spotlight, we'll hear from a young Bronx rapper spreading positive messages to urban youth through his music.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Our Open Artist is one of our own here at BronxNet. He's a 17-year-old conscious rapper from the Bronx with songs full of creativity, positive messages, and discussing everyday struggles. We now welcome to the open stage, Juanito Jones.
Yeah. Check.
I said, I'm really sad cause 2 years ago my brother left. See, I'm always right, cause my mother left me. She never kept me company. Deep down there's love, but the love just seems to run from me. My mind is the dark night, so I'm really bad, man. This whole past is garbage and I'm digging through the trash can. This is all just food for thought, it's healthy like a vegetable. Button down, black tie, now I look professional. I really am the savior. Too bad that you're skeptical. Been doing this for 12 years, I know it's real incredible. I can never mess up cause my flow is so impeccable. A young mad scientist, these words are just the chemicals. The year 2012, but where is the apocalypse? It's funny how we drift off and focus on these politics. Obama, Romney, the sound of it is comical. President isn't running the country, pretty logical. The average person's dumb, brainwashed by the media. The election's an infection and the votes of the bacteria. Aging really rapidly, thanking the progeria. In prison and school, that's why I roam the cafeteria. Help me, this is my cry for help. Government and the money, their eyes are on the shelf. We bow down to the rich when we get on all fours. About to be a locksmith, I keep bumping into locked doors. Corruption, assumption, volcano had erupted. Democrats had a meeting, didn't mean to interrupt it. Nikes on my feet, still not even running. Escaping through a railroad, call me Mr. Tubman. Walking to the back of the line. Rosa Parks driving in my brain. Maybe in the old park, driving on my road. I know you saw this bump. I run after my dreams forever. Forrest Gump. I mean, life is like a box of chocolate. Never know what you're gonna get even when you saw it. Drinking from the bottle, wait, the bottle's always empty. 17 now, in 3 years I'll be 20. Entire world's my prey, eyes open like a predator. Writing music every day, to me that's really regular. Deep off the turnbuckle, Juanito, such a wrestler. My flow so cold, I'm decreasing my body temperature. Religion, such a waste of time. Life's a jail, I'm escaping mine. Open up your eyes and realize that our race is dying. I look up and see that these teams' faces crying. Against the violence, at least you could say that I was trying. Done. Thank you.
Yeah, wow, Juanito Jones, everybody. Wow, that's really profound. How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old, and you wrote those lyrics?
Yeah, I write all of my lyrics.
Nice. You know, good for you in like finding an art form in whatever struggles you've had to overcome. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was hot. Now, you have this event that's happening at the New Eurekans on Mondays?
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about
Monday, I perform at the New Eurekans Poets Cafe at 9 p.m. So you can always check me out there. Every Monday night, I always perform, songs and all that. So, you could just come.
And it's always a different song, right?
Yeah, it's always a different song. Yeah, it's always a different song. So you don't have to worry about that.
That's hot. Now, what's this new mixtape style? What's that about?
Well, my latest mixtape is called Dreams Really Do Come True.
Right.
And the concept behind it is pretty much, the title speaks for itself. It's about me writing about my dreams becoming a reality. Like, every day is a step closer to my dream, what I want to become. I want everybody to know who I am. I want to inspire young kids and all that.
So you are doing it. You are doing it. And yes, dreams do really come true. Now, if somebody were watching and they were kind of like in maybe your shoes or are struggling with adversity, right? But what would you share with them in taking steps, going and gearing towards their dreams coming true?
I would tell them, don't be scared. Always be confident. Don't be scared to step out there and show to the world who you are, because you should never be scared of what you have, because everybody's talented in their own way. So, just go out there and show yourself, and then, just believe in yourself.
Yes, it's all about believing in yourself. And now you're here with us on Open 2.0.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you do on Open 2.0?
I host some shows. I also do sound, so it's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun experience.
Nice. Yeah. You are well versed in the arts already.
Yeah. Thank you.
At such a young age. So what would you like to leave everybody with?
I would like to tell everybody that you can check out my website at www.juanitojones.me, and you can also download my mixtape at hotnewhiphop.com. Just search up Juanito Jones, Dreams Really Do Come True.
Nice. Juanito Jones. Woo, we love that. Once again, thank you again to Juanito for joining us today. That was a great performance. And for more on Juanito, you can check out his website by going to juanitojones.me, or you can check him out at the New Eurekans Cafe every Monday night at 9 p.m. And that was our Open Artist Spotlight. Well, before we go, we're going to revisit the first season of Rena Gets Lean, just to get you guys pumped up and get myself pumped up for season 2. Once again, let's take a look at Rena Gets Lean. Welcome to Rena Gets Lean. How did I end up weighing 183? I need to get my dancing shoes on, baby.
Work. Work.
I'm in the zone, baby. I have arrived. All I could visualize was being on a beach, drinking piña coladas. I gotta figure out a way to make something taste good without frying it. We get down the stairs. I kept going and going and going and going. I mean, I was the Energizer Bunny, baby. The Energizer Bunny, baby. We're gonna keep going and going and going until we get this right. Season 2 begins in a couple of weeks. We're going to have the promo for you next Friday, so make sure you stay tuned. That is all the time we have for today's show, people. We'd like to thank all of our guests for coming through and joining us, and you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can tune into the Recablecast tonight at 5, 10 p.m. and throughout the weekend. And, of course, you can find us online at bronxnet.org. That is this show and Rena Gets Lean. You can check out all the past episodes by going to bronxnet.org and clicking on Open and or Rena Gets Lean. Once again, I'm Rena Valentin. And from all of us, may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Mwah. Adios, everybody.
This is so cool, Dad. Awesome. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Did you find the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Be free. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad.
Charles!
Nice, Dad. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.